Welcome friends, this is Frostpunk and it's a post-apocalyptic story about what happens when Earth freezes. I'm gonna play main story, A New Home.
We roam the still, cold world. No horizon in sight. The rulers of old, stripped of pride and glory. It feels as yesterday we were turning the wheels of progress. Until the frost stopped it all. Suddenly, without a warning. When tides had changed, they changed for all of us, no matter wealth or class. We've lost our world to snow, and with it, our last traces of humanity. We bid farewell to plenty, and for those who remained, came the time to adapt. We decided to leave our homes and head north. We roamed for weeks, maybe months, leaving behind all the things we once believed had made us. It was hope that pushed us forward. Slowly, step by step. We knew the cost of our journey, and we paid the price 100 times. Finally, the time has come to build the last city on Earth.
A New Home. We fled from London and crossed the sea to reach the frozen north. On the way, our convoy was hit by a blizzard and scattered. Half of us managed to reach the site of this generator only to find it frozen, solid, and abandoned. Why is no one here? Did any of the people survive the blizzard? Are there any others out there? Whatever we do, we should expect the worst now that the world as we know it has crumbled. We have to survive. So as you can see, our position isn't great. We have one generator. We need to get the generator working. It provides heat and power to other buildings. Without it, we will freeze to death. Stockpile some coal and start the generator. So this is our generator. So far we can only turn it on, but later we will be able to get to the higher level and also to a higher range. We have currently 80 people, and first what we need to do is get some coal. There are some piles in the snow. Currently the temperature is 20 minus Celsius, so that's already very low. When we got to this overlay, we can see that currently temperature without any heating is chilly. And chilly is so far mostly okay. So we need to start to build some tents. For that we will need wood. And also let's gather some steel. We have 80 people homeless. In each tent there can be 10 people, so we will need more, but currently I cannot make more because I don't have enough wood. So let's speed it up a little bit. First tents. The heating is off. We need to start the generator. The generator hums with reassuring warmth, but we shouldn't take it for granted. If the generator goes down, the city dies. So be mindful of coal reserves. And now food. There will be no city if we starve to death. Secure a way to provide raw food and build cookhouse to prepare meal. We need more wood. Currently, it's 8, so people are not working in their jobs, but they are still building. Our discontent is low, our hope is pretty high. There are first sick people. We are doing fine, all things considered.
Move! Time to get to work.
So people are gathering more supplies, so we will soon be able to build something more. This might look like a dire situation, but it will get much, much worse. So we need to start to prepare everything we need and more. Generally, nothing is really enough. This is game full of suffering. You just need to survive. So I'm building first medical tent. Then we also need to build cookhouse and hunter's hut. So we have some sources of food. We still need 2 more tents. In medical post there have to be engineers working. So let's see, where did I put my engineers? Yes, they are here. So first we have functional medical post, you can see that people are being treated. Obviously, we would like to put everything close to the generator, but there is not enough space. So cookhouse has its own insulation, so it can be in the second row. Something happened.
Finish your labors, people. The workday is up.
No roof over our heads. Captain, people are understandably concerned about the lack of shelter. They are falling ill from sleeping outside in this terrible cold. We better do something about it. So they are asking me as a captain to promise something. And I can promise that in 2 days I will provide shelter for everyone. It's actually not that much, only 2 tents missing. Something else is happening. A word of advice, the wisdom of the crowd. Captain, when facing demands, remember this. People usually look for the quickest solution, not the best one. You don't have to agree with to everything they ask for. If you fix the problem your way, it's fine. Thank you. I'll bear that in mind. We can see in this little calendar what will happen soon. And we can see that temperature will drop significantly by 2 levels. Every level is 10 degrees of Celsius. So for preparing food, we need workers. Shelter promise fulfilled. Everyone feels relieved with the roof, even a flopping one over their head. Hope rises. So we took care of living. Those tents you can see are not ideal for winter, but it's only thing that we can do now. Next is food. Wood, I mean. We're gonna need a little bit more wood for it. Let's speed up the night. So far, we are gaining more coal than we are consuming, so that's okay, but the coal piles are of limited size, so we will run out of them soon. Every person eats 1 meal, 1 ration, every day. Let's look into our laws. We can sign laws that will help us with adaptation. And first decision we need to do is what do we do about food? We can either start making soup, which will get us more rations for raw food, but hope will fall, discontent will rise, and eating soap will cause discontent. Or we can choose to add sawdust to our meals. Not tasty or healthy. Hope will fall, discontent will rise, and some people will fall ill. So there is really no good choice. But I prefer to start making soup, because you can later change back to normal food if you get enough sources. Until then, they have to do with just soup.
New law! A new law has passed.
So we gathered some more food, some more wood, so we can start creating hunters. They don't need to be close to the generator, so let's put them here. And build a road to them. Everything costs supplies, in this case wood and steel. We first have to build it, then we will look for finding some workers. People from our convoy. With basic resources secured for now, we can try to rescue the people we left behind. Build a beacon, scout Frostland, and save as many survivors from our expedition as possible. We will need a workshop to design plans for more advanced buildings. So yes, this game also has a research.
Works out for today.
And before we do anything, we need to build a workshop. No, we didn't want this. Let me change the position. We can sign a new law. Do we want to sell something now? There's another big decision. What do we do with children? We can either send them and work, but they can be injured in accidents. Or we create shelters for them. They will obviously not work, but people will be a little bit happier. Now, question is, what is more important? What if we don't send them for work, we will die because there will not be enough workforce? But let's try play the nicest game as possible. So what I'm signing is child shelters.
Hear me.
Now I have to
New
build
law in the city.
a child shelter. So let's find it. I'm putting it into second row too, into third row too, because I know we will need to house more people later. Builders are already going there, and you see,
Bundle up. It's getting colder.
cold is getting worse. So even though our generator is on, tents are cold. So we need to prioritize building a workshop. That's already happening, and I'm gonna need engineers to try to work on some heaters, try to work on building better generator. So far, some of the temperature will rise. So let's start with heaters, so people in buildings can actually work. Children cared for. The child shelter is ready and the children are safe inside. People can work without worrying that something will happen to their kids. Hope rises. Several shelters thankfully don't need any workers. We still have some people not working. Let's send them to get more wood. We are now having enough production of food, so at least that. Sadly, we cannot cook in the cook house because it's too cold there. I need to research the heaters to start this building again. Also, you can see here I have new objectives. I need to rescue some people outside and build the beacon. As soon as we research the heaters, we will start researching the beacon. Can we also build something useful? We already have one medical post. Okay, coal pile was depleted. Let's build another workshop. I think it really helps to get things moving because what you research is really, really important for survival. Dangers of cold. Frostbite. One of our people has become gravely ill due to frostbite. This will keep happening if people have to work in such cold. Yeah, we must do something. But again, there are not really good choices. We can either decide for radical treatment, which means amputation. Some of them will be left as amputees. But our other option is just to keep them alive without treating them, and this will take a lot of resources. So, in this case, I prepare to go for amputees, because later we will be able to give them prosthesis. Two things happening. Child shelter. A note of thanks. We just wanted to thank you. Back in the London, it was only the wealthy that didn't have... It was only the wealthy that didn't have to send their kids to work. In this new world you are creating, we can see things will be different. It was the right thing to do. People from our convoy, family torn apart. Sir, woman came forward after we built the workshop. She said that her husband and daughter didn't reach the city with the main group. But she's sure they are still out there. She wants to join the first scout team we'll send out. She urges us to hurry. We'll do what we can. Let's speed up things for a moment. Heaters researched. Great. I promised the beacon. Let's do the beacon. So you can see we barely started. Everything is still pretty horrible for people living here. But I will end this episode here. Next time we will build a beacon. We will start exploration of our surroundings, because as you can see, not yet. You will see next time. Have a nice day. Bye.